Hey guys, it's Kelly here. Welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, I am a marathon runner, I am a certified running coach, and I am a certified race director. So I love running and my world basically revolves around it. On my Instagram account, I asked you guys if you wanted a video on stroller running tips or postpartum running tips, and postpartum running tips won, so here we are and let's get into it. Okay, so my number one tip, and I know you're going to hear this so often, is to just have patience. I got so annoyed by how many people told me, it takes time, just have patience, when I had my first baby. I am so impatient. I didn't want to wait anymore. If my doctor cleared me at 6 weeks postpartum to start running again, you bet I was going to get out there and start doing it. But it's so true. I hopped into it way too early my first time around. I ran a half marathon at 3 months postpartum, and I ran a full marathon at 5 months postpartum. And even though I finished both races, I had a blast in both of them, I could tell my body wasn't ready. So I didn't have my endurance back, and I didn't have the stability in my muscles to carry me for 26.2 miles that soon after having a baby. So now looking back on it, I knew I jumped into it too early. So I wish I would have just taken the time to have my body heal and recover. And just give your body the time to fully recover and to get used to being just you again. Okay, so that goes into my second tip, and that is to focus on stability and muscle control, mostly in your pelvic and core muscle areas. Your body just completely changed, and I'm gonna be real right now. I am 7 weeks postpartum with my second baby, and I am still peeing myself a little bit. This never happened with my first, but if I get up from the couch too fast, or if I sneeze or cough and I already had to go to the bathroom, it happens, and that's because my pelvic muscles are not back to normal. They have not recovered 100% yet from being pregnant. Granted, I was pregnant and gave birth twice in 15 months, so my muscles may have been a little bit more weak than what you're experiencing right now. But you just need to give yourself that time. You have to treat getting back to running after having a baby like an injury. If you gave yourself a full 6 to 10 weeks to recover from whatever injury you had, and then you slowly ease yourself into it, or you're making sure that those muscles around where you were injured are stable enough to support you during those miles. You need to treat postpartum running the exact same way. You need to treat it as, okay, my body just went through this huge change. I need to give it time to fully recover so it can sustain me for as many miles as I want. Okay, my third tip is to focus on your running form. I know a lot of us runners don't really take a running form class, or we don't really focus on it too much. We just focus on actually running and our pace and mileage. But this is extremely important when you're getting back to running after having a baby. If you ran through your pregnancy, your form changed. Obviously, you had extra weight in the front, your muscles changed, everything about your running changed during that time. And you need to have your body relearn the running form that it had before you got pregnant. Okay, my fourth tip for postpartum running is to cross-train more than you normally would. I am not a fan of cross-training. If it were up to me, I'd be running every day of the week as much as I could. But when you first get back to running after having a baby, you want to put in those extra cross-training days, maybe 2 to 3 days a week, so you're not constantly doing the weight-bearing activity, which is running, and giving your body that extra pressure on where it doesn't need to be. If you cross-train, you could do some yoga, you could do some swimming. All of these things will help you regain that muscle control. It will also help you fall in love with running more. I don't know about you guys, but whenever I have a break from running, I get the running bug. That's when I sign up for all my races, and that's when I just set a plan for myself for all my goals and dreams. So give yourself that time. It will help with giving yourself patience, because you're not just going right into running 50 miles a week, but it's also helping your muscles. Okay, my last tip for you guys is to have fun. Instagram name is More Miles, More Fun, so I genuinely believe that if you're running, you're having more fun. Getting back to running after giving birth and that postpartum period, you need to make it fun for even just our mental sake too, not just physically, but you need to have time where you're not just going back into it running 50 miles a week or training for a specific race that you already set for yourself. You can run races, but just make them fun. Run with friends, run with your family, and maybe just don't time yourself. Take off your watch. Don't go in there thinking, you know, I want a 5K PR today. You really want to give yourself that time to fall in love with running again and make it easier on your body. So I deleted the history off of my Garmin watch, and it was a clean slate. I wasn't able to compare my postpartum running to my past pre-pregnancy running. If I made a new 5K record or I ran my longest distance, Garmin would show up and tell me, and it felt so good that I was creating new records for myself. Also, you can run with a running group, you can run with your family or just your stroller or your dog, whatever it is to get outside. That's the main goal, at least for me. I'm not a huge competitive runner. I'm an average pace. So running for me is mostly for fun. And so getting outdoors is really the goal. You want to get everyone some fresh air. I always run with my double stroller and my dog now. That's how you'll see me. And yes, it has its difficulties bringing everyone out with me, but it is so fun knowing that I'm not just there to push myself anymore. I hope my tips helped you get back out there, and I hope that you have so many happy miles coming up in your future. Just don't forget to give yourself some grace and some patience. Your body is amazing. It just gave birth. So give it time, and I'm sure that you guys will all do great.